Hey everyone, and welcome. Think about it. Technology is just everywhere, right? The phone in your hand, the computer you might be watching this on. Well, today, we're diving into that exact topic, pulling a lesson straight from the Sudanese English curriculum. Let's jump right in.
So just so you know where we're coming from, everything we're covering today is right out of the Smile series, specifically Pupils Book 7. That way, you can easily follow along or even go back and review it yourself later. Cool?
Okay, so what's on the menu today? First, we'll kick things off with some new words for all those tech gadgets we use. Then, we're going to tackle a tricky bit of grammar, my versus mine. After that, we'll see it all in action with a reading practice, an advertisement actually. And then, the fun part. It's your turn to make an ad. And of course, we'll wrap it all up with a quick review. Sound good? Let's do this.
All right, first things first. New words. I mean, you can't really talk about technology without knowing what to call things, right? So let's learn the names of 5 super common devices right now.
Okay, let's look at picture A. This one's easy. It's a mobile phone. Go ahead, say it with me. Mobile phone. And in Arabic, you'd say hedef mahmoul. I'm pretty sure you've got one of these nearby right now.
Next up, picture B. This is a webcam. Let's hear it. Webcam. You know, it's that little camera on your computer that you use for video calls. In Arabic, that's camera web.
And here in picture C, we've got a tablet. A tablet, it's kind of like a really big phone, but smaller than a laptop. Think of an iPad. In Arabic, we call this a jihaz lohi.
Picture D. These are headphones. Super useful when you want to listen to your music and not bother anyone else. Say it out loud. Headphones.
And last but not least, E is a camera. Pretty straightforward, right? For taking all those great pictures and videos. So let's quickly run through them one more time. We have mobile phone, webcam, tablet, headphones, and camera. You got it? Awesome.
Okay, so now that we've got the words down, let's switch gears and work on our grammar a little bit. We're going to zoom in on something called possessives, specifically figuring out the difference between using my and mine. And trust me, getting this right will make your English sound so much more natural.
So let me ask you a question. What's really the difference between saying, this is my mobile, and this mobile is mine? They sound so similar, don't they? But there's a really important little difference in how they work. Let's break it down together.
This table here makes it super clear. See the words on the left? My, our, your. Those are called possessive adjectives. The number one rule to remember is they always need a noun right after them, like my mobile, his car. Now look at the right side. Words like mine, ours, yours. These are possessive pronouns. The cool thing about them is they stand all by themselves. They don't need a noun. So instead of saying, that is my mobile, you can just say, it's mine. See? It's a simple little trick, but it's a really important one.
Let's look at a real example from the book to see how this works. The sentence is, my father has one of these in our car. See that? Our is right before the noun car, just like the rule says. Then the sentence finishes with, it is ours. Here, ours is all by itself. It's a replacement for saying our car all over again. It's a nice little shortcut, right? Okay, let's try another one. This sentence says, this is mine. See, mine is standing alone, proud and strong. But then it goes on. I use it to take photos of my friends. Aha! Now we use my because it's followed by the noun friends. It's starting to make sense now, isn't it?
Okay, one last example. I like yours. What does yours mean here? Well, in context, it means your mobile phone. Using yours is just a cleaner, faster way to say it. It stops you from repeating yourself and helps your sentences sound way more smooth.
All right, we've loaded up on new words and we've cracked the code on my versus mine. Now it's time to put it all together with some reading practice. We're going to check out a short ad and really put our new skills to the test.
Okay, here's the advertisement. I'll read it out for you, so just follow along with the text. It says, this is the latest mobile phone. Phone and text your friends. Comes in 3 colors, comes with a good camera. Nice, short, sweet, and tells you what you need to know.
Now, let's be detectives and answer some questions based on that ad. First question, what can you do with it? Well, the ad says right there you can phone and text your friends. Simple enough. Question 2, how much is it? If you scan the ad, yep, the price isn't mentioned. They're being sneaky. Third question, how many colors are there? The ad says it comes in 3 colors. And the last one, what does it come with? It comes with a good camera. See? This is exactly how you pull the important details out of something you're reading.
Okay, you've done the work. You've learned the words, you've practiced the grammar, you've even analyzed an advertisement. So, guess what? Now it's your turn to get creative and put everything you've learned into practice.
And don't worry, making your own ad is super easy. Here's all you got to do. Step 1. Just choose one of the gadgets we talked about, maybe the headphones or the tablet. Step 2. Try to use some of those helpful advertising words, like cheap, latest, or comes with. And then, step 3, just write 2 or 3 sentences for your ad. That's it. Seriously, give it a shot. This is the absolute best way to make it all stick.
Wow, we've actually covered a ton of ground today. So before we wrap this up, let's just take a second to do a quick recap of the most important things we learned. So, what are the big takeaways from today? Well, for starters, you now have 5 new words in your vocabulary for common tech gadgets. And, maybe even more importantly, you know the crucial difference between possessive adjectives like my, which always need a noun partner, and possessive pronouns like mine, which can stand all by themselves.
You guys did an amazing job today, really. And listen, the secret to making all this stuff second nature is just one word: practice. The next time you're speaking English, try to use one of these new words, or try to use mine or yours correctly. Every single time you practice, you're building up that confidence. It really works.
And if this lesson helped you out, it would be awesome if you'd support us by subscribing. That way, you won't miss out on any of our future lessons. Thanks so much for learning with us today, and we can't wait to see you for the next one.